Hello everyone, welcome to Club Reaction to Man United 2, Rangers 0 through in Murrayfield, and as you can tell by Ali's hair, a very miserable day in the capital. I am Scott Carney, I'm with Ali Pearson. Ali, that was not very good.
Yeah, that was, I don't know how much money we paid for it, Carney. It was the best part of 50 quid or something, and that was cheap tickets. Yeah, that was dreadful today, and that's me being polite about it. We are at this point, in terms of the last season and pre-season, when I said we were miles off it, we are worse this season at this present point, and it's extremely worrying.
It is worrying, yeah. Obviously a lot of people will come in and play the blind card of, will defend it, the fact that it's pre-season. I didn't see anything from Rangers today at all to see that there's any form of improvement, any form of the players that have been brought in making a difference to the squad. It's very much the same thing. There is nothing changing within the squad, and I don't know where it leaves us. I really don't. After today, obviously it's the first I've seen Rangers in the kind of flesh, if you like, live in the stadium this pre-season, and nothing about today impressed me. Absolutely nothing impressed me. There was no. We mentioned on the pod last night we were expecting a wee bit of improvement in terms of passages of play, things you can hang your hat on. There isn't any of that. It is very much the same. We bring Barron in. I don't think he made a great difference. Jeff Day as well, again, not really seen where the great difference is in him either. I know it's going to take them time to mould into the squad, but as of right now, I'm not very confident of what we're seeing. We started that game, Ali, and I think it finished as well as it finished that we left a little bit early. With Davis and Suter as our centre halves, for me, right there, mate, there is a massive red flag there.
I rhymed out a team last night that played Ajax, and it's pretty much the same team again, to be honest. Cortez started, but when you look at the bench, there's nothing there. Clement said he was going to give the guys 75, 80 minutes, and he did. I know he put Matondo on at half time, but I'll be plain honest, Carney. We're worse than last season at the moment in terms of squad wise at the moment. He said we need to ship players out before we ship players in. We need to ship players out big style at the moment, because at this present point we go to the capital we are right now in 2 weeks' time. Hearts will take points off us, definitely. I'm
trying my hardest not to go full kind of meltdown at this point, but I just don't see anything different, and that's probably the biggest thing that I'm concerned about. I think Sterling coming at right back, he seems decent enough. It looks like that is what's going to be the plan going forward with Tavernier moving on. Butland was wearing the armband today. Again, I think that puts to bed who the captain will be if Tav is to finally leave and that deal's to be completed. Goldson, I don't think he came on again. I'm not sure. We did leave a bit early because honestly it was like pulling your eyes out watching that today. It was a weird atmosphere. The kick-off was delayed 15 minutes. It didn't seem particularly well planned, to be honest. It wasn't ideal. I think we've all said it since we left that we can't be we'll be glad that we're not at Murrayfield for the start of this season. But yeah, as of today, I'm not particularly confident of what I'm seeing. I'm really not, and it's worrying. Ali, I think today spells out to the board, to the fans, to the manager, to everyone, whatever it needs to happen, however it needs to happen, business needs to get done, and it needs to get done now.
Well, big style. I mean, you look Carney at 2-0, most of the crowd disappeared.
Yeah, we did.
Because it was
Poor goals as well.
I mean, the goals we gave away were schoolboy stuff against let's be honest,
third best Man United team. Yeah.
Man United team, but we said didn't he get out the first gear, didn't have to get out the first gear. There was nothing to get the Rangers fans excited today. We were looking for something we could see, patterns of play. It's the same as last season, Carly. I don't see any difference. It's the same shape, it's the same players pretty much, if not worse. And like I say, we play competitive football 2 weeks today, and they're absolutely miles off at the moment.
Yeah, it's worrying how far away we are from it, and I think if you're trying to kid yourself otherwise, I think you're.
And we get slaughtered last year.
Yeah, we did get slaughtered last year for saying the same thing, but as of right now, I'm looking at it and going, this is the same team that lost us the league last year. This is the same errors that we're making. It's the same defensive patterns. It's the same attacking patterns. Everything is exactly the same. After a training camp, you should be starting to see something more, and we're not seeing it yet. We're definitely nowhere near to seeing anything yet. That was terrible from Rangers today. Honestly, nothing about it can make you think you're seeing a bit of sign of progress. I was looking at Clement as well. He was very quiet, he was very subdued on the side of the pitch. I don't know if he's looking at it and going, there isn't very much else I can do here. But one thing's for sure is that the club, the board, the manager, the Coppin, the director of football, the director of recruitment, whatever his name is, they have to get their finger out now and they have to get stuff done. If we go into the season with that, and that is the best that we have available,
I think we are, can't we? I mean, let's be honest about it. We play Union Berlin in a week's time. It's going to be the same team next week when we play Union Berlin. I don't see us bringing a player in.
Birmingham this Wednesday?
Birmingham is this week, during the week on the Wednesday,
yeah.
whatever it is, and we play Union Berlin. To be honest, I think it's going to be the same guys we're going with. I really do, and it worries me. Yeah. We shouldn't be in this situation, we really shouldn't, because we knew at the end of last season where we were. We knew we needed a refresh, but as Clement came out and said, he has to ship players out, and the problem is the players we've got to try and ship out, but there's no...
Who's going to want them?
Exactly.
Who's going to want them? After what you've watched, I know the first game was like a bounce game, and then the pre-season friendly against Ajax was nothing to write home about at all. Rangers were just as poor as that as they were today. We're left in a position where we've got players that aren't fit enough to play for this football team, but we have to get rid of them before we bring anybody else in. It starts from the top of the board and it works its way down. It's not acceptable, it really isn't acceptable. The amount of money, the amount of fans, the amount of Rangers fans that have made themselves out to Edinburgh today, we're left watching what we watched today. It isn't good, if it isn't good at all, and I'm extremely worried. Wednesday will be interesting to see if there's going to be any difference. I don't see there being any difference really at all, unless we make serious signings in the next couple of days, which again, I can't, if I'm being honest, I can't see happening. I really can't see happening. Ali, thanks. Let's go for a beer, mate, because we need to try and cheer ourselves up a little bit.
Yeah,
if we ever get there, because we've went a magical mystery tour around Edinburgh today.
I'll tell you something, thank God we're not playing Murrayfield, by the way, because
brutal.
what a nightmare of a stadium to get to as well. It was alright, Murrayfield, I'll be honest. It's the first time I've been to Murrayfield. I know we played Hearts a few seasons ago when Hearts Stadium was getting renovated. We didn't get to go, so it's a pal's wedding, unfortunately, but I wouldn't be rushing back to Murrayfield. It's been a letdown. We thought, Carney, we would go and see something today from Rangers, and let's be honest about it, it was a major letdown, and I don't see it improving between now and Union Berlin. I really don't.
Yeah, and even the argument put forward of it is Man United you're playing, I do get that, but it was never going to be a first top flight Man United team that you were going to play due to the Euros. There's players still very much getting rested after their Euro campaign, but the team that came out in the second half's probably a third choice. Maybe been a bit generous for the Man United team, and we really struggled. So no, the warning signs are there. It's now pretty much over to the manager and to the board and to Coppin to try and get some form of business going, some form of resolution, because right now if we continue like this, it's only going to end one way, and it's something that we've seen before. There's no real positive signs of progress through this pre-season, and it's very much the same. Before we go, Dixie, say hello.
Salve.
Dan, say hello.
I think that sums it up.
That does sum it up.
We'd rather be in the pub than watching Rangers.
Yeah, 100% we would be. So yeah, we'll be back. I'll be back on Monday night with Club Nights. We react to whatever Clement's got to try and say about that today, and obviously there'll be more shows over on our Patreon, so make sure you head there and check it out. Also, to get all the access to me and Ali going to Berlin next week, you have to sign up to our Patreon, so make sure you do. We'll try and make it a bit more positive and upbeat.
Well, the only upside of the Union Berlin game, Carney, is you can actually drink while
Germany's
watching Rangers.
Yes, that's true. In
so
Germany
if
is
Rangers
brilliant.
are shite, at least we can have some German beer. So yes, I'm looking forward to that more in the city of Berlin and the beer than actually watching Rangers.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we'll speak to you at the start of the week. I don't know where we go from here, I'm not going to lie. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers everybody.